In everyday conversations, debates, and even in the media, people often make assumptions that they don't explicitly state. Recognizing these unstated assumptions is a crucial skill, especially when evaluating arguments or forming your own opinions. This skill helps in understanding deeper meanings and implications, fostering clearer communication and critical thinking. What are unstated assumptions? Unstated assumptions are beliefs or ideas that are implied rather than clearly expressed. They form the foundation upon which arguments and statements are built, yet they are not directly mentioned. For example, if someone argues, "We need to reduce classroom sizes to improve student learning," they are making an unstated assumption that smaller class sizes directly lead to better learning outcomes. Why is recognizing unstated assumptions important? Recognizing these assumptions can significantly impact how we interpret messages and engage with information. It allows us to critically evaluate arguments. Understanding the underlying assumptions of an argument helps us to critically assess its strength and validity. This is particularly important in academic settings, policy discussions, or media consumption, where arguments can influence decisions and beliefs. Enhance communication. By identifying what is assumed, we can address potential misunderstandings in our interactions with others. This leads to more effective communication and collaboration. Develop critical thinking. The ability to spot unstated assumptions encourages deeper analysis and fosters a habit of questioning and exploring different perspectives. How to recognize unstated assumptions. Recognizing unstated assumptions requires practice and a keen sense of observation. Here are some steps to help you develop this skill. Identify the main argument. What is the speaker or writer trying to convince you of? Understanding the main point helps in pinpointing where assumptions may lie. Ask questions. What must be true for this argument to hold? What does the speaker or writer take for granted? Asking such questions can uncover assumptions that are not immediately obvious. Consider alternative perspectives. How might this argument change under different assumptions? Considering other viewpoints can highlight assumptions that might otherwise go unnoticed. Look for patterns of assumption in similar arguments. Recognizing common assumptions in discussions on similar topics can provide insights into the typical beliefs and biases that influence these arguments. Examples in practice. Let's consider a practical example. A politician states, "Increasing police patrols will reduce crime in our city." The unstated assumptions might include: increased police presence deters criminal activity. There are no other more effective methods to reduce crime. The current level of police patrols is insufficient. By identifying these assumptions, one can better analyze the argument's validity and explore other potential solutions to the problem. Sample passage on westward expansion in American history. The westward expansion in American history, often seen as a period of great opportunity and progress, dramatically shaped the nation's identity. From the Louisiana Purchase in 1803 to the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869, Americans moved westward, driven by the belief in manifest destiny, the idea that the United States was destined to expand across the continent. This expansion was fueled by various factors, including economic opportunities, the promise of land, and the spread of American democratic ideals. However, this period also involved significant conflict and displacement of Native American populations, whose lands were taken and cultures disrupted. The expansion led to the growth of new states, the development of infrastructure, and significant economic growth, yet it also left a legacy of injustice and controversy. Let's check for understanding. The passage suggests that one reason for westward expansion was the A. Desire for military dominance. B. Belief in manifest destiny. C. Need to escape from other countries. D. Search for new technologies. The correct response was B. Belief in manifest destiny. Which of the following is an unstated assumption in the passage regarding the westward expansion? A. Economic growth was the only positive outcome. B. Native American displacement was a necessary consequence. C. Manifest destiny was widely accepted and promoted. D. The completion of the Transcontinental Railroad was essential for expansion. The correct response was C. Manifest destiny was widely accepted and promoted. The statement, "Americans moved westward, driven by the belief in manifest destiny," assumes that A. All Americans believed in manifest destiny. B. Economic opportunities were irrelevant. C. The government forced people to move west. D. Native American lands were unoccupied. The correct response was A. All Americans believed in manifest destiny. The passage mentions the promise of land as a factor in westward expansion. An unstated assumption here is that A. There was no land available in the eastern states. B. Land ownership was a universal desire among Americans. C. The land promised was free and unclaimed. D. The government controlled all land distribution. The correct response was C. Land ownership was a universal desire among Americans. By stating that the westward expansion left a legacy of injustice and controversy, the author assumes that A. The expansion was entirely negative. B. There were no positive aspects of expansion. C. The consequences of expansion are still relevant today. D. Only Native Americans suffered due to the expansion. The correct response was C. The consequences of expansion are still relevant today. Conclusion. Recognizing unstated assumptions is not just an academic exercise. It's a vital part of engaging with the world in an informed and thoughtful manner. Whether you're analyzing a news article, participating in a debate, or simply having a conversation, being aware of what is assumed but not said can deepen your understanding and improve your ability to communicate effectively. As you continue to practice this skill, you'll find yourself becoming a more discerning listener and thinker, better equipped to navigate the complexities of information and argumentation in our world. This has been a production of D&J Designs and Mathman 1962. Please click on the subscribe button if you want to be notified when new videos are posted. Adult education instructional materials available at https://edtech.dnjdesigns.org.